还有 IPTV 啊，这个上海文广在上海已经启动了 IPTV， 我们已经看到了 IPTV 和网络以及手机的一些综合应用，还有就是和传统营销模式的结合。那提示呢？啊，这些工具来源于什么？未来的工具会是谁开发？我想这也是 Google 的理念：创意、创新是未来整合营销的天下。成长需要环境，我们也有根本，啊，在整个的成长过程中，我想我再一次的 highlight， 永远要注重你用户的体验，永远要保护你广告主的利益，永远在竞争中寻求合作，合作中良性竞争。不管是来自于行业，还是来自于你的竞争对手，永远给那些创新的人以尊重。希望 Google 作为一个全球性的企业，能够带来全球的经验和中国分享，也希望 Google 能够和中国的企业一起建立行业的标准，推动中国互联网的健康发展。啊，最后一页呢，我想作为一个研究员，作为一个分析行业的这个从业人员，大家一定说，那你给整合营销有一个预测。我很抱歉地说，我真的不知道怎么去预测，只能是跟大家一起展望。谢谢。
谢谢于良健先生的精彩演讲。我相信大家可能在座的各位跟我一样，在听过这样一个精彩的演讲之后，对于整个全球以及中国的互联网的趋势以及在线广告行业的发展有了一个非常深入的了解。那么我想在座的各位可能下面的问题是说 ，Google 是如何看待这样的一个行业的发展，并且希望以什么样的形式在这样的一个行业中发挥什么样的作用呢？那下面我们就请出谷歌亚太及拉美区广告联盟部总监 Mr. Bram Bott。Bram 在整个互联网市场的这个市场销售和营销中有着非常丰富的经验。那他们下面呢就会为我们带来谷歌全球广告平台及趋势的主题演讲。有请 Bram。Bram, please.
Good morning, everybody. It's great to be here, and it's great to see so many of Google's most valuable partners here in the room together. I hope you have a fantastic day today, an opportunity to network with each other, to meet the Google people and get to know them a little better, come up with new ideas to grow your business together with us. And I also hope that you will be open and honest with us about the expectations that you have of us, what you would like to see from us. Since we obviously are in this together, we've come a long way, but I think we have a very long way to go as the internet is still in its early days. And it's very exciting to be working with you on making that happen. Anna and Roy had asked me to talk a little bit about what Google is doing sort of globally and how we think about advertising in general and where Google fits in that picture. I will not go into specifics on AdSense and the details of what we're doing. Roy and others will do a great job on that, I'm sure, later today. So I just want to talk a little bit about what Google is doing today. You probably have seen in newspapers, on TV, lots of articles about new initiatives coming from Google. The DoubleClick acquisition talks about moving into TV advertising, print advertising, a lot to do obviously around mobile. And you may be wondering, how does it all fit together? What's the bigger picture here? So I hope to try to give you a bit of an idea of what we're trying to do. It really comes down to the three principles that we see for all advertising. The first principle is that we believe that advertising needs to be relevant and engaging for your consumers. And there are many examples of where that is not true today. And what we try to do with, for instance, search and with, for instance, AdSense, is to make sure that whatever ad we show a user is relevant. And increasingly going forward, as we move into rich media, display ads, gadget ads, that the ads are engaging and attractive for people to interact with. Secondly, that campaigns must be integrated across media. Any person interacts with different types of media throughout the day. And even though we are obviously in the online business, that doesn't mean that that's the only thing that matters for consumers or for ad agencies or for advertisers. So what we're trying to do is to help the industry integrate across media in a way that is helpful for advertisers, for users, and for the publishers in that network. The third kind of principle for advertising is that advertising should be measurable and that it should be accountable. The advertising industry for the last 50 years, mainly focused on TV, print, magazines, etc., has coined this term that says that they waste about half the budget. The only problem is they don't know which half. And that's a valid concern, obviously. We would like to save that money. And by focusing on metrics, focusing on measurements, focusing on return on investment, there is an opportunity to make the industry more measurable and to funnel the advertising dollars towards those media, those publishers, those users where they make the most sense. So how do you break through the clutter of all of this? This is a picture of Shibuya in Tokyo, which is, as you can see, a rather colorful square with advertisements coming at you from all areas. And the key to getting through this and to making sure that the user engages with you is, again, around relevance and engagement. So we see ourselves in the connection business. We want to connect the consumers to all the information that they care about. Not all the information, but the information they care about. That's why when we do search, we try to make our search results as relevant and as objective as possible so that the information is actually something that they genuinely care about. We don't try to pepper users with advertisements that are irrelevant for them. We don't try to cover websites or pages with lots of ads that they may not be interested in. At the same time, we want to make sure that marketers and advertisers have an opportunity to connect to all the customers that they care about. That it's not, again, spending half your budget in a way that you don't know where it's going to end up. Everything we do, whether it's in search, whether it is in AdSense, in terms of contextually matching an advertisement with a website, all of that is aimed at making sure consumers see what they want to see and are therefore more likely to engage, and that marketers reach the consumers that they are interested in reaching. Now, there are many moments in a day that are relevant to any particular user. This is a somewhat US-centric example, I'm afraid, with Tommy's soccer game in there, but it, I think, illustrates the point. You may be reading about nutrition tips in the morning if you're interested in health. You may then be looking at maps to find a place that you want to go for sports or for dinner. While you're out there, you may be looking on your phone and be interacting with maps again or with other media to find things and look up things. And when at home, you may be researching using Google or other media to find recipes for what you want to eat that evening. You may want to get a how-to video online to understand more about how you would do this. And if you have time left, you may want to interact in a more social environment on one of the many social interaction opportunities on the web, posting photos of the kids to grandma or interacting on Facebook or MySpace.